I did way too much research on chain breakers because I needed one. For every one I see, the 10% of the reviews of it having 1 stars saying that this pin breaks or this cradle breaks, and I just thought maybe it's not good enough, and that these things are fragile. Well, it turned out that a lot of it has to do with people not understanding that chain breakers are made specifically for a specific chain size. If you get the wrong size, the cradle will break. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So this one is designed for single speed chains which are bigger. The like multiple speed chains are thinner, more narrow. You see, if the pin is going into that pin, it's pushing this against this main wall here. The cradle is really not a place to hold the chain this direction. It's really just to set it in place. It's this main wall that actually is required to hold this whole chain for this pin to go through. If you have a very narrow chain, it won't make it to the wall. And the narrow chain, let's just imagine that the chain is more narrow, and it will rely on the cradle to hold it against the pin. And there's actually tremendous force against this. And so the cradle will break because it's just a thin piece of metal here. And these things do bend and break if you use the wrong size chain. So when you look for these, they have a specific size typed onto it. This one is for 1/8 to 3/16. I really recommend this design because you could hold it like this, and then this is nice thick metal. And actually, there's a lot of cool features with this. It's not just the holdability as well. I mean, some people have a bridge over this which holds the chain in place. I mean, it adds more complications. So there's one where you could slide it in. The thing is, you don't know how big this is, so it might not work, and you can't have full visual of this. You see, it's just nicely aligned to it. See how I'm pushing this pin, this business end, into this other pin which is coming out. This thing is actually pushed against this wall, and this cradle is really just holding this in place in this direction. It's not really touching this wall here. So move it back a bit, and there it is. Move it back a bit and push it out because there's actually a lot of force. Move it back a bit, give it a, there you go, it snapped, broke, as in it went through the first bit. There's another bit of power that required. It's like it's really hard here, and then it's fine, it's smooth, and it gets really hard again here. And there it is, I just broke the chain. And there's that bit. Here you can see actually at the lip of the pin, there is evidence that they stamped it in so that it spreads further apart, and it prevents the pin from moving back and forth. So that's why when you push it all the way through, it's actually shoving a wider diameter piece of pin through these things. And once you do that, you're ruining these things, and it's very likely that the pin will, through vibration, come out. That's why you should never put these pins back in once you've taken them out. By the way, I recommend this for single speeds. This is wide, as in it's 1/8, and it's EPT, which is the anti-rust. This has been working very well for me, by the way. Like, I'd go through London rain, I didn't have to worry about rust anymore. Usually when the water dries, there is rust, and I had to, oil it again. Usually a good amount of oil actually does prevent it, so it's not a big deal, but it's extra protection. So anyways, back to the features. I rambled a bit. The thing is, the business end tends to break because after a while, after all that pressure, it will eventually snap. And the great thing is there are spares available online, and there is a hidden spare right here. I don't know what that is. It's just the drilled out bits that Anyways, there's a spare right here, and these pins are available for sale, and it's used on other products. So let me just show you. Let me just get this whole thing out. So there are interesting features about these as well. This thing, the pin itself, oh, it's reverse, sorry, it's reverse thread. So here it is. And this thing is not locked onto this at all. So this allows a bit of rotation. So when you spin it towards that pin, it won't be rotating into it, because that would cause tension right here, and it would also break the pin. Some of them go as far as having a ball bearing here as well. So this is what holds it together. Let me show you. See, it's just that, and this would spin freely in case there's friction. Yeah, reverse thread. Anyways, yeah, you just store this, and you could store additional things in there as well, not just this spare pin. You could smuggle contraband or something. Yeah, and no one noticed it actually. Heaven Cycle, when I asked, does it come with a spare pin? They said, no, because they didn't see it in the package. Not at all. Anyways, here's further proof about this thing. It says, warning, 1/8, 3/16 chain only. Make sure the pin and rivet are aligned accurately. Place this chain on the cradle, otherwise the cradle will be broken after operation. So yeah, don't place it here, place it here. Yeah, because you need to have this push against the wall. And that's that. All right, hope you enjoyed this little review session about chain breakers. Make sure you get the right chain size. It will tell you the exact speeds it accommodates and the right chain breaker. You might need a few of these if you have different types of bikes. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see more of these type videos, just let me know. Just leave in the comment box below, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.